to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Waters. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Waters. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Tennessee. You're outside. 56. Check 56. Hey, defense, let's go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go. Let's get there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. He dumps it off for Henry. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. On the stop was Aaron Donald. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On 1st down, it's Henry, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll toss it to Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 13. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Darnold. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Waters. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Ready?
On 1st down, Waters looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First
and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Rock it. Alert three. Check. Five.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. That'll bring up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Jannard Avery. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Darnold. This one caught by Davis. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get there.
On third down, Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Darnold, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
46-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Hey, zoom. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Waters. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Watch the screen. Hey, watch it. Go.
To throw on third down. Waters. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Ricky Seals-Jones, 96 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kamale Correa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Hey, Alpha. Recon, 132 fighter. Check three. Lead River.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Waters. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Waters. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former USC Trojan, familiar with this place, Leonard Williams, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Waters. And that is incomplete.
Waters pass intended for Tyler Higbee. Incomplete.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down Titans, gain of 12.
We're outside. 56.
They'll run on first down. Henry, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Aaron Donald. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Darnold. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Waters. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts. But even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they run with Gurley. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
70, Indy, Leo.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. Waters. And the pressure gets to him again. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Los Angeles, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.